This is Michelle Oliver, and I'm here today with Gina Estupinan. And she comes to us from Orlando, Florida, and she is a franchisee with Talem Home Care. And Gina, I'm just interested to learn more about you today. Could you share just a little bit about how you wound up becoming a franchisee with Talem?
Hi, Michelle. Thanks for having me. Yeah, that's a pretty good question. I get asked that pretty often because I'm a physician. I'm a foreign medical trained doctor from Colombia, from South America. And people often ask me, okay, if you're a doctor, why are you doing this for this industry? Why not, just being out there fighting COVID in a hospital or whatever? And I think that's a question that I asked myself a lot a few years ago. And then I realized that probably having all that hustle with a successful career as a doctor wasn't doing me any good personally. So I think I turned a little bit around and just saw another option here in the home care industry in the United States. And it will provide me and the community that I will be serving a better quality of life, not only for them, because I will just be lying if I didn't say that I will have a better quality of life for myself and my family. And I have great ideas. And I think with my career background and all the knowledge that I have, I can implement and bring something very valuable for the community.
Absolutely fact. I mean, coming with your background, your experience, and the credibility that you offer. And what I've noticed as well in every conversation I've had with you, the heart that you have for the senior community. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because coming into a business, from a business perspective, yes, senior care, especially home care, helping people within their homes is just, it's like a trending business right now, right? It's a tremendously fast growing area of business. So from a business perspective, it's great. And you're bringing a lot of talent and skill and credibility, but it's also a challenging industry. And every time I talk with you, I hear your heart speaking. So can you speak to that a little bit? Why is it important for you, the senior community specifically?
Yeah, that's a great option. That's a great question, Michelle. I think there's always a why behind the things we do, at least behind the things I do. I always have a why. So for me, it was the relationship that I had with my grandmother when I was a kid. And even when I was an adult, because she didn't die too long ago. It was just probably a couple of years ago, 10 years now. And I had this great relationship with her. I learned a lot of them, a lot of from her and my grandparent as well, my grandfather. And I remember us as family providing care, like taking shifts, like surrounding them with all the care, with all the love and all the support that they needed during their last months, because they became very fragile, very, very sick, unfortunately. And I promised myself right there and then that if one day I had the opportunity to help people, fragile people, just like my grandmother, I would do it. So that's the why behind it. And of course, this is challenging. I mean, yes, of course it's challenging, but with all the support that I have from my franchisor, from Talem, the corporate, and all the experience, I think that's a very a very good mix, because the things that they can provide from a technical standpoint of view, I can kind of reinforce it with all my medical knowledge, and of course with the heart and the why that I have behind it. So I'm not afraid of challenges. Actually, I like challenges. I'm a very competitive person, without being rude or without being hostile. But yeah, I like challenging, and I'm pretty sure that with all the resources and all the quality care programs and strategies that I have in mind, I will be a very great competitor.
Yeah, I love that. So do you want to speak to that a little bit? What, like if I'm out for one of the things I've noticed about this industry is you don't think about it. It's like many things in life. You just don't really think about it until you're in a position that you have to take care of a parent, or, it could be a sibling or something like that, depending on your age. But when you find yourself in a position where your grandparent or your parent or someone within your sphere needs help, we start reaching out and Googling, right? Like we don't even know anything. We're very undereducated. So, what do you specifically bring that is unique or different or maybe additional to what is already available in your community?
Well, with all the support from the corporate head office, we do have a lot of programs that are being implemented right now, like evidence-based programs. Like, for example, the Coming Home program that we have. It's an evidence-based program that helps seniors during those transitions, because those transitions from, for example, a hospital or a rehab or anything that talks about discharging a patient from a rehab to home, that's what it's called, a transition. And right now we are seeing that the US healthcare system is having a huge problem issue kind of coordinating those transitions, because those transitions are not effective and are leaving our people more with more risk to being rehospitalized,
Yeah.
readmissions, to being readmitted in the EDs, in the emergency departments, I'm sorry. So we have an evidence-based program to lower that risk of readmission. So that's one of the many programs that we have in place that, of course, we want to implement here in Orlando and bring to the community as well. So that's just to name one, because I'm not going to tell you my secret sauce, of course. We have plenty of them.
Yeah, that's huge. So one last question regarding, I know that there are a lot of pieces to a home care business, right? So you have your clients coming in, and then you have all different types of caregivers you're working with, and you're working within the healthcare system, which you are very familiar with, obviously. But what do you provide? I know there's a lot of talk about this right now, and I personally work a lot with company culture. So, what do you provide for your caregivers in terms of culture within your organization? What's important to you with your employees and nurses?
Yeah, I mean, for all my staff, office staff and nurses, I'm sorry, and caregivers, the first thing that I want to say is that we have an open door policy. So I just want to be not only their employer, I just want to be a teammate. I cannot say family, because I personally don't think that business should be run as we are a whole family, because we are not, but we're going to be a great team. I can assure you that. So there's an open door policy. So I want everybody to come over with the ideas that they might bring with them, with the experience, with all the knowledge, and I'll be just an open ears to help them. Of course, we have a retention program, which brings the caregivers with tuition and helps benefits and dental, vision, all this sort of stuff, because we are working with a PEO service company called Infinity, which provides them with workers' compensation and all sorts of benefits that otherwise me by myself wouldn't be able to provide to this company. So
Yeah.
it's all part of a retention program, and we have great benefits for them. But the most important thing is that I want to be that person that they can relay on, that they can turn on to and just say, hey, this is going on, so how can you help me? And believe me, I will be helping with
Yeah.
all my heart if it's in my capacity to do it.
Yeah. I love that. That's wonderful. Okay, well, is there anything else that you would like to share today that I did not touch on? We really just want to give the community an opportunity to get to know you a little bit better.
No, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I'm very excited because we will be soon opening our doors for, to the public. And I just hope that people just listen to this message, believe me, think that my background will be a bonus for them. And for my caregivers, if you're out there, just come over and see all the things and all the benefits that I have in place for you. And the other thing is that I'm bilingual, so I speak Spanish. So, bienvenida a toda la población hispana.
That's huge. And I can't believe I didn't even bring that up. So yeah, that's a really tremendous asset, obviously. Well, thank you so much for your time today. And I cannot wait. Do we have a date? Do you have an idea?
Hopefully, I mean, it depends on the state, how efficient or effective they are. And hopefully they will be. So probably next month we'll be talking about this.
Good, good. Okay, excellent. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for having me. Bye.
It's a pleasure. Bye.